Welcome to Chaos Cortec.
Hey guys, welcome back. So, Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2 comes out this week, and actually I think it comes out tomorrow. And those are just super fun games, so I thought I would do something to kind of celebrate that. So this week I am going to make a Citron, and not the old Plants vs. Zombies phone game Citron. I'm going to be making the new Citron from Garden Warfare 2. So this guy right over here. So this is going to be a fairly difficult model to create. Let's get started.
Alright guys, so here we have the finished model. I think it turned out pretty good. There was a couple of things that I was not able to do. Probably the biggest one was these legs. If you look at Citron, his legs actually come to a point in the back here, like an orange slice would. But I tried so many different ways, and you can probably see me trying in the sped up CAD that I had right before this. But there was just no good way of getting that. So I decided it wasn't that big of a deal if it wasn't completely pointed back here. And this is what I went with. And then this is the head right here. And here is the little slot for the gun. And these are pretty much the colors you're going to need while you're painting it. It's just, he's like a light orange, and then he's got a little, or his base is a darker orange. This little shield thing here, and then the leaf parts and his goatee are all green, and his shades are black. And I guess if you want to color his mouth in, it's white. And then his gun is right here. And the gun actually prints with this piece connected, so you can just slide it into the Citron over here. And then this little pin right here, key, whatever you want to call it, goes in the bottom of the Citron and connects it to the top of the legs. Or sorry, the bottom of the head. And I left it circular so you can actually like spin his head, so that's nice. Let's get these downloaded and into Cura. So here we are in Cura, and I would actually print these three things separately. I print the little pin with the gun just to save some time, but I would print the head and the feet separately. Unless you want to print them all together, that's totally fine too, I guess. Okay, so we're going to print all of these at 0.1 millimeter layer height, just because there's a lot of round surfaces, so as much detail as we can get in there, the better. Then I'm actually going to do 0.8 shell thickness to give it 2 perimeters, and then 10% fill density will be good as well. Okay, so here we are in the layer view, and I added some supports and some, or in a raft, just because these can, well, the head you don't need to print with either of those. The head will print on its own completely fine, but the gun will definitely need supports. This is actually a pretty hard piece to print. I had a lot of issues printing this one just because of all the weird little pieces in it, but if I were to print this, or like break this up in order to get it to print correctly, it would end up with a ton of tiny little pieces that we'd need to put back together, and I just didn't want to do that. So I was eventually able to get a good print. I just had to use a raft and supports and then break them off. And luckily Kara has pretty good support, so that wasn't too difficult. And then same thing for the legs over here. These ones, the raft probably isn't 100% necessary, but I would go with it anyway. Supports are definitely necessary because these are some pretty big arches here, overhangs. But other than that, they're not too difficult to print. As you can see, it'll take a good while to print. And I find that Cura kind of underestimates. So it'd probably take closer to 10 or 11 hours to print all these. Okay, so those look good. I'm going to get them loaded up and over to the printer.
guys, so here we have the fully printed Citron model. And let's take it apart and check out the pieces. So this prints in 4 pieces. One, you've got the head and prints on the bottom here. And then here are the legs. Now I printed the legs with some support material, and so you can see quite a bit of artifacts from that, which is not good, but luckily he just snaps into place like this. So a lot of this you're not going to see. I am going to clean up a little more around here, but it'll hide quite a bit of it once it's in place. So that's good. And then here is the gun. And then this just snaps in right over here. So that all works pretty well. From this point, I'm going to pass it on to my wife for painting, and we will check back in when that is done. Alright guys, I just got the model back from my wife, who did an amazing job painting it. And basically, she did the same technique that I've been talking about through all these videos, just some acrylic paint and some paintbrushes and some good old-fashioned talent, which I do not have, so that's why I give it to her. And for this guy, you're basically just going to need some oranges, maybe a red to give it a darker orange or in some spots, some yellow, and some green. And black, because the shades are black. So, without further ado, here is the model. Ba-ba-ba. Guys, look at how amazing that turned out. That is just gorgeous. And she even went over it with a gloss finish, so it looks really freaking nice. And look at all those details. She did like some sort of blending here to make it actually look like an orange, and even the detail on the legs there, so good. So props to her on that. Did an amazing job. And then yeah, these are just the parts that you can put together. So these are all actuatable, and then there is the back view. That's freaking awesome, guys. So, there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and then for the hardcore among you that have made it this far, it's time for next week's preview. Bum, bum, bum. And no, this is not a one of those stealth bombers, although that'd be really cool. Maybe it'll be a little more recognizable with this guy next to it. Actually, I think it goes like this. Yeah. Hopefully that's a little more recognizable. It's Mario. Pipe. Alright guys, thumbs up for the Citron, and subscribe if you have not. I make and print new 3D models every Monday. And then if you have any questions or just want to show me some love or some hate, down in the comments is where you can do that. Okay guys, thanks for joining me. See you next time.